Hello, my name is Jonah and I'm going to teach you Boogie Woogie piano in 5 simple steps. This lesson is for you if you're a complete beginner on the piano or with the Boogie Woogie piano style. I'm gonna make this so simple for you because we're gonna go step by step by step. And by the end of this lesson, if you pay attention, put the video in full screen, practice with me, do all the steps in the order that I tell you to do them in, you're gonna have your first full Boogie Woogie piano groove that's gonna sound impressive enough to play next time that you pass that public piano in the pub or maybe on the train station. And then from there, you're gonna have a great base to keep building and expanding your Boogie Woogie until you can fully rock out in complete confidence. So if you're a complete beginner and you're 90 years old, no problem. We're gonna do this together. Let's go. Hope you're at your piano. Hope you got your coffee ready. Let's jump into step number 1. So step number 1 in Boogie Woogie piano, we'll always be learning a bass line. We're gonna start with this bass line. Looks like there's a lot going on, but actually we only need 3 of our fingers. The 5th, the 2nd, and the 1st. Alright? Lay them on these keys. This is C, G, and A on the piano. I'm just gonna lay them here. And this is the order that we're playing our keys in. We're gonna start with the C, up to G, up to A, back down to G, then we're gonna move our thumb up to this B flat, the black note, back to G, back to A, and back to G. So we're really just starting with that C down here, and then we're going ba da 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 da. So we're always repeating this G down here with the 2nd finger. Then we go up to A, back down, up to B flat, back down, up to A one more time, and then we finish on the G, right? So, do this with me, right now. You can also slow the video down, and we want this in a steady flow, without any interruption. So go very slow. Very nice. Great. So just copy my exact rhythm, repeat that for a few times. The bass line needs to be repeated a lot in the beginning so that it's in your mind-muscle connection. That's what you really need before you even think about adding the right hand. Once you've done that, we're gonna move our pinky finger from C up to F. And we're repeating the same pattern because I want you to learn Boogie Woogie in shapes and patterns rather than individual notes. It's a lot easier this way, and this is really the best way to reach a good level quick if you look at it as shapes, right? Kind of like Lego blocks. So we're repeating the exact same shape, but just from a different starting point. So the F. So then we have these notes, right? You could potentially even close your eyes and just do the same thing you did from that C key before. Because the distance of the notes, the pattern, it's the exact same thing. Then we're going to play the same thing again, but one note higher again. So from G. On G it's the exact same thing, but we don't have a black note. But the same pattern again. 5, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 2, 1. You can just ingrain the fingering, and then you have the pattern that you play as long as you don't shift your hand and move your hand around. You can just focus on what fingers do you need to press down. And that's that. Fantastic work so far. So that's our bass line. This is the entire core of what makes Boogie Woogie Boogie Woogie. It's that very unique, one-of-a-kind bass line that is just following a certain progression, which we're gonna look at right now. So that's step 1 done. And now we're gonna jump into step number 2. Because now we're going to play the 12-bar blues progression. You can see it right here as well. I'll put it for you there. And that simply means we're going to play the bassline pattern 4 times on C, 2 times on F, 2 times on C again, then 1 time on G, 1 time on F, and then 2 times on C again. If we add that up, if you're good at math, I'm certainly not, but I know that that's 12. bars in total, and then we repeat the whole thing. And that gives us our harmony to then lay anything on the right hand on, that I'll show you in step 3, and it will just fit on that 12-bar blues progression. So let's go through this together. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and the second bar. Now in the third, right? And 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Now we move up to F for 5 and 6. Back down to C for 7 and 8. Up to G. Down to F. Last bar. Amazing job. Now, this is not to be played once and instantly, easily like played in a steady way. No, this is a part you can repeat a few times right now. So rewind the video, play with me, slow the video down until you get it in a pretty steady way. It's fine if you have some little breaks when you're switching up to F because you have to relocate your hand. But don't have them too long, right? So choose a tempo that's slow where you can stay steady in. Now, once you did that a few times, you're gonna be ready for the spicy, fun things, which is the right hand. I'm gonna show you 3 riffs for the right hand that you can practice and add onto that bass line. And also, I have a 30-page PDF. It's the Boogie Woogie cheat sheet. You can download that from the second link in the description. It's completely free. And you will also have the 12-bar blues progression outlined visually, so you can print that out and stick it on your piano. And that's a really good visual help to internalize it until it's memorized completely. So grab that right now before moving on. Riff number 1 is going to be this chord on its own. So we're actually just playing chords. We're going to play them in a specific rhythm. The rhythm is on the C, you're playing this chord. This is a C6 chord, by the way, but view it as a shape, right? Remember this shape. It's very symmetrical shape. We have an E, G, A, and C. So 2 notes together in the middle, and then these 2 on the outside. Now we're playing this on beat 1 and 3 and. That gives us these notes that are matching up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're playing it on the G before going up to the A and ending on the G, right? Just copy me. Very good. Now we're moving up to F. We're following the 12-bar blues progression. And we're going to play an F chord, which looks like this. So you're only shifting the E to an E flat here. That's the only difference. So it's quite easy from this chord to get into this one. And then we're playing the same rhythm with the bass on F. 2 times. That's these 2 F bars done. Back down to C. Now we go up to G, and we're going to shift our hand from this shape 1 note down, but we keep our hand in the same shape, right? That's why we're learning in shapes, because you don't have to relearn notes necessarily. You're just looking at the bottom key, moving that here, but you're not just moving your finger, you're moving your whole hand, and then you're in the right shape. This is a G7 chord. Playing it 3, 4, 2 for 1 bar, and 2 and 3 and 4 and now we have to find our F chord shape again, which is this one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and back down to C for the last 2 bars of the 12-bar blues. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Fantastic job. I'm so proud of you. That's already not that easy, all right? So take some time to practice this. Now, if it's very, very hard for you to play both hands together, then you can go into the description and click the first link, and I will have a 5-day course for you. It's completely free, and it's the Hand of God challenge, and it's all about building independence. What does that mean? That means after these 5 days, you will be able to play both hands together more easily, because playing both hands together for a beginner student and also for an advanced student with new licks and new bass lines, this is all new for you. It's totally natural to struggle with this. Everyone does. I've taught thousands of students. This is always the core issue in the beginning, the main challenge. So yeah, sign up to that if this is really hard for you to play together. And then you can continue this lesson now. You can finish it with me and then go through the 5-day challenge and come out as a different machine on the piano after those 5 days. So I'll wait for you right here while you grab that. It takes 10 seconds. And now we can move into riff number 2. Now, we just played these chords, right? We're gonna stick to this shape, this chord shape, but we're gonna add a little extra to this chord shape. Check it out. Amazing. So that already gives us a really nice groove to play. And all we're doing, this is super easy. Check it out. So all we're actually doing, we're keeping our chord shape the same, right? But we're adding these 2 notes in between the first hit of the chord per bar on beat 1 with the C and the second on beat 3 and with that G. In between that, we're just alternating G, A, and then we have our second chords. So it looks like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're not adding, we're not changing what we played in the first riff, which was just the chords. We're just adding something onto it. So you're keeping what you already practiced from before. We're just adding onto it, right? Nice. Okay, so you can do that with the right hand on its own first to get used to the movement. And then once you're ready, we're gonna add it and play it through the 12-bar blues. On F, we're doing the exact same thing with this chord, the F chord. Right? And on G, we're doing the same thing as well with our G chord. It's just the fingers that you have to remember, right? Because you have your shape, you're not straying away from it. Just doing 2, 3, 2, 3, chord, chord, 2, 3, 2, 3, chord, chord, 2, 3, 2, 3, chord. Let's go for it through the 12-bar blues. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. F. great job. So repeat that part now. This might be a little challenging. If it is, remember, you got that 5-day challenge. So you can go through that and then come back to the lesson. But let's keep going and let's keep building on this one single chord shape. So let's jump into our third way to play these beautiful chords, which is our third riff. And this will basically be a similar idea to our second riff here, where instead of playing these keys in between our chord jabs, right, we're going to play some other keys that are also within our shape here before the second chord jab. So it looks like this. Look at this. So what we're doing here is we're playing our first chord, then we're gonna play our fifth finger all the way down to the E, using just the chord notes that we already have been playing, but not together, rather split up, like this. F, same thing. G. And so on. So let's play that together through the 12-bar blues. 3 and 4 and 1. That is 3 ways to play these chords complete. That gives you 3 riffs. A riff is basically just a melody or like a line, right, that you're creating with your right hand that fits the 12-bar blues progression. I just gave you 3. And now the beautiful thing, a little bonus, is you can also mix and match these, right? You can do 1 bar, the first variation, 1 the second, and then the third. And then you keep mixing these. So 1 could be the first variation of this riff, the first one that we looked at, just the chords. Then the second bar could be, and the third one could be, and then the fourth one could be the first one again, right? To make it easier, you can split each up in 2. So you can follow 2 bars, doing 1 variation, then the other one, then the other one. And then you go back to the first, right? So that's a little extra challenge if you need it. But that's step 3 complete. Remember, if it's really hard for you to play both hands together, sign up to that free 5-day Hand of God challenge that I mentioned. That's really going to do wonders for your hand independence. But now we're going to move to the last 2 steps, which are learning an introduction and an ending. For the introduction, we're going to be playing this. That's our intro. So what am I playing? I'm playing a C7 chord in the left hand with this fingering. And on the right hand, I'm playing a normal C major triad. Okay? And then I'm doing a little upbeat into it with the same notes from the chord. Ba-da-da, da-da-da. And then I'm playing it together 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm doing another little upbeat with the same notes. And then I'm playing this chord here. So I'm just shifting my left hand 1 note down onto the A, and the right hand is playing C, E flat, and F sharp. And this is what we're playing in the bar number 2 of the introduction, which would be in this rhythm. Right? So we got ba, 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 da, da, da. And we add the little walk in to those both of those chords. Ba, da, ba, da, 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 da. Right? One more time. Nice. Then we're going back to our original chord, this one, with another little introduction. But we're only then playing it 2 times. Then we go right into the other chord again. And then we play our first chord again for the last time. Switch to the second chord and add the ending chord, which is the first chord again. In full. So we basically have 4 sections of this introduction. First, that's this chord. Then we have second section, third section, and then we have the 4th section, which is... Now, it's crucial to know, once you have this introduction, that when you're gonna start the bass line after it, you're starting it from bar number 5, not from bar number 1, because the introduction takes 4 bars. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1. And after 4 bars, you jump on the 12-bar blues progression from bar number 5, right? Makes sense. So then you finish the bass line through that. So you go into your F chord on F. Amazing. So that's step number 4. And now let's move into step 5. The final step would be to end our boogie woogie. The ending will go like this. So let's look at the notes for that. The ending in boogie woogie always comes in on the last 2 bars of the 12-bar blues progression, right? So that's bar number 11 and 12. So those last 2 bars on C, they will be replaced by the ending. So that means you're coming down from G, F, sorry, and then you're on bar 11. So all you're doing is notes on the left hand, so you walk in from the C to the E, F, F sharp, up to the G, and then you're playing this D flat, this black note, dropping down to C. Alright? Rhythmically it goes like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? The right hand is doing the same thing, but with a few more notes. So you got the C octave. This just is the same note with the 1st and 5th finger. Then you're playing E with the C at the top, back down to C at the bottom, then F with C at the top, back down to C at the bottom, F sharp with C, back down, and then G with C, back down, and then you're playing E flat and A, and E and C to finish. So as you can see, both hands are doing the same thing pretty much. Walking up to that G first, right? But on the right hand, you're just adding that C at the top and the C in between at the bottom. Check it out. And then the E flat and A comes together with that D flat in the left hand. And you end with A, C, and E. And that's an ending. Let's do that again. Just like that. Then at the end you can play a chord and an octave in the left hand, just to let it cling out. And then the way to practice this is to actually come from the F chord, so from the 12-bar blues progression, the bar number 10, and then you jump into that ending. Like that. You can also try it from the G, so bar number 9. Phenomenal job. This was quite a lot to get through, but you made it. And now your job is to practice every step independently, and once you're ready, combine everything. So you're going to do the introduction, go into the 12-bar blues progression from F, play your 3 variations of the riff that I've shown you, and then add the ending at the end of the 12-bar blues progression, right, on those last 2 bars. To get there, you're going to need some slow, deliberate practice on each step independently, and you're going to need hand independence that you can get from that 5-day Hand of God challenge, which you most likely already signed up for. So go through those 5 days, that's your logical next step, and come back to this video lesson every day and just redo it, right? If you really want to learn this stuff, repetition is key. And I hope to see you back here practicing, and especially in the 5-day challenge. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Remember to take it slow, take it steady, and have fun with it most of all. Don't overdo it, just be consistent, and then you're gonna rock out this boogie woogie in no time and hopefully impress your friends and family with it as well. Thanks for watching. I'll leave you with a little outro boogie, and then I'll see you in the next one or in the 5-day challenge. Ciao.